Now, I know it looks like I have been kicked out of my home and I have now taken refuge in a hotel room, which part of that's true, but hey, the show must go on. There are some things I wanted to talk about. So over the past couple of days, there's been a lot of things going on. The shit with Amaranth, then you had G4, then you had the Bayonetta shit. And I'm gonna get to all of it, well, most of it. But today I want to talk about the G4 situation because it touches a little bit more to my heart. It was something that I grew up watching as a kid, and I was pretty interested when they made an announcement in 2020 saying they were coming back in 2021. Now, like many, I was curious, how are they going to come back? What's going to make things work? Are they going to pop off or are they going to flop? Now, unfortunately, I hate to be the bearer of bad news and break it to you, but G4 is gone, man. It's not here no more. So in a letter posted October 16th, they made a statement saying, over the past several months, we worked hard to generate the interest in G4, but viewership is low and the network has not achieved sustainable financial results. This is certainly not what we hoped for, and as a result, we have made a very difficult decision to discontinue G4 operations effective immediately. I know this is disappointing news, and I'm disappointed too. I want to thank you and everyone on the G4 team for the hard work and commitment to the network. And then pretty much they just let you know the following process for anyone who might still be working there and what's going to happen going forward. Now, for anyone that's been keeping up with the news, this is kind of expected. I don't think anyone's like, fucking flabbergasted by this, because there's a couple reasons, in my opinion, why G4 failed. Now, for my take on this, I don't think it's hot. I don't think it's a surprise. I don't think you're, about to be, your mind's going to be blown away. You're going to go in the comments and start raging at me. But I think it was expected that G4 was going to flop eventually anyway. So over a month ago, there was an article that was made that was talking about G4 being hit with major layoffs less than a year after them coming back. And so in the paragraph, it said, at least somewhere between 20 to 30 staff members were laid off at G4TV today. According to resources familiar with the business, a video game talk show network from the 2000s was resurrected last fall on streaming platforms, yada yada yada. And then a statement from employees said, I truly cannot imagine a company continuing to produce our slate of content without the people we lost today, said one employee. Now on the bright side, they at least got a severance package from 16 weeks to 6 months depending on their tenure with Comcast, so there was at least that as a bright side. The outcome of G4 shutting down is something you get out of a fortune cookie. You wouldn't question it. You would know it's coming, you just didn't know when it was going to come. Now I know for some people watching the video, you're like, well, how would you tell if they're going to downfall? It's not that predictable. It's a lot easier than it seems. When you look at our YouTube channel, you look at all the views they're accumulating, how many channels they run, the Twitch streams, how much average concurrent viewers they have. All of that all comes into a factor. Then you got to look at all the employees they have. And then the fact that it's Monday through Friday, all the streams, like everything that they do, all the content they produce, that costs money. All the people they have, they're on a payroll. They all, like, so much of this shit costs money. The biggest issue G4 has, and in my opinion, they should have never came back despite how much I enjoyed it as a kid, is that cable is dead. TV is dead. The idea behind it, it just doesn't work in this format anymore. You have to adapt with the times. If you do not adapt, your content does not adapt, it just won't work. Now, this isn't for me to say that a gaming channel couldn't work or a game show type of channel wouldn't work. It's not my way of saying that, but I believe in this environment and this day and age now, the online internet world, things have to be operated a lot differently. You can't run it the same way that a TV channel used to be ran back in the day before you had Twitch and YouTubers everywhere. All of those factors now are competition. Those are other people that are taking views. People would much rather go watch a Twitch streamer and spend like 8 hours there than go to a TV channel type of thing that's on YouTube doing live streams or go watch their Twitch stream. For what reason? When you think about from a viewer perspective, you got to ask yourself why. Why would I watch this? And the unfortunate answer is there is no reason to watch it. Since G4 has come back, I've had no reason whatsoever to even consider looking at their stuff because I just don't care. They haven't given me a reason to care. They haven't done anything that makes me want to say, you know what? I want to see what they're making. I fuck with this. This is cool. It just doesn't appeal to me. And maybe I'm just out of the demographic that they're looking for now. Maybe they're going after a demographic, but they're just not appealing to them the right way. That could be the issue. I didn't personally keep up with them that much, so I couldn't say for sure. But doing a quick glance over their channels and just seeing the stats and the numbers, it kind of makes sense. It kind of all comes together. Again, I like G4. I think they were great when I was growing up. I personally don't think they could survive in this landscape, and it shows with them being shut down again. I don't think they're going to come back for the third time, but you know what? Maybe this statement will age like milk, and they will. But I personally think at this point in time, they should not come back. It's a wrap. I think for any company that tries to come into this space, they have to understand their competition and just the landscape of the internet itself. The internet moves at such a fast pace. What happened last month isn't the same this month. What happened last year definitely isn't the same this year. Like, time just keeps on moving and moving and moving. And if you're not adapting with it, you're going to get left behind. It's the same reason why content creators die out. They don't last for X amount of years because they don't adapt. They don't try and change. They don't go with the times. Same for musicians. They don't adapt. They don't go with the times. They just fall into irrelevancy. No one cares about them no more. You want to stay relevant. You want to grow your business. You have to adapt. You have to grow. You have to go with the times. If you don't do that, you're done. Anyway, I spoke on this too long. I just wanted to talk about it because it was something that I enjoyed growing up. I had fond memories of G4, and so to see them shut down again was kind of sad. But G4 being shut down was inevitable. It was going to happen no matter what. Anyways, if you made this far to the video, consider giving it a like and subscribing to the channel. Leave me a comment below on what you think. Have a great day. Yeah.